Welcome to another episode of The Latest to Admire. Today, I am so excited to have a conversation with actor Johnny Berchtold. You've seen Johnny in the movies like Doggone and The Passenger. Most recently, you can see Johnny in season 3 of Reacher. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm so excited to be talking with you. Like I said, I mean, you have interviewed everyone, so I just feel honored that I get to be a part of that. Um, yeah, thanks for talking with me.
So my first question for you is what lessons from your childhood have most impacted your worldview?
Whoa, okay. All right, diving in deep. Jesus. God, I don't know. I mean, I just think it's like, I am in that period of adulthood where I feel like I'm connecting the dots from my childhood to my adulthood in that the way I am now is a direct result from things that have happened as a kid, good and bad, or good and traumatizing, I should say. Um, but but I feel like, as a kid, I when times got tough, I really resorted to creative outlets. That was always my like go-to. I would run to those drama club, YouTube, whatever. Um, and in recent years, I feel like I've been trying to get some of that back, where that childhood innocence of like I feel like I can do anything. Um, Having that confidence, that blind confidence, sometimes I think we lose when we become adults, and so I feel like they have taken me some really special places as a kid. And so I've been trying to get some of that back because I'll be doing something and I'll be like, I don't know how to do this now. And I ask myself, like, well, what would 10-year-old me do? Well, he would just like go for it, sort of thing. So I feel like that just that innocence, that blind innocence of you know, just jumping in head first, that is something that I try to keep with me
Yeah,
throughout my life. You know,
yeah.
life is hard. Life can be real hard. But if you just, if you grab onto that, childhood wonder, I feel like that's the key, I think.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, right? It's like, God, we need to keep some of that as much as we
Yeah.
can.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what has been the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Probably my own head, my own brain, like, just being trapped in my, you know, that spiral state, and sort of trying to convince myself that I can do what I love. Um, I mean, I've definitely had some roadblocks growing up that really required some mental health care, and I think coming to terms with that and doing something about it was really important. And I'm glad that I have vocabulary now to talk about, like, you know those mental health obstacles that I have in my life. And so I feel like, I don't know if you ever overcome those things, but you definitely learn to live with them and cope with them. And I feel like I have been able to do that because when it starts to bleed into work or it starts to bleed into real life, that's when it becomes really, really hard. And so finding a good balance of being able to understand mental health uh, and live with it in like a healthy way, like that's really important. And I feel like I'm on a good road to that. Um, So yeah, I don't know. My big obstacle, myself. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
Ooh. Oh, I love that. Let's see. There's so many things. I feel like I'm a very someone once described me as very excitable. I feel like I'm excited about a lot of things. And it's the small things that make up the bigger picture, right? So in my daily life, I mean, I really, it's no secret. I love horror. I love Halloween. Like that's my thing, right? And so I can spot those. Like if I see a pumpkin or something, and I go, it's the way people see like cows on the side of the road, and you just have to say cow, right? It's like
Yeah.
me with that, but it's like, oh, there's a jack-o'-lantern. Oh, I see a ghost. So that sort of thing. Um, uh, Something that specifically has been really enjoyable these days is like a morning routine of making coffee, sitting down, journaling, doing a little gratitude situation, a little manifestation, and then I just recently got into the art of TikTok lives, like watching TikTok lives, and my algorithm is all just Southern people on the farm. And I've just been watching them like raise these goats and these chickens and like fishing. And it's been so fun. And they have no idea who I am, but I know all about them. And they're like my little friends in the little box in my hand. And so that's been really, really fun. And also discovering like new horror movies, just like and new movies in general, going to see movies. Um, and yeah, I feel like I'm also always trying to bring people into that world too. So
Oh, I love that.
yeah, yeah. There's so many small things all the
Yeah.
time that
Yeah.
are that are so good. That's what I feel like we need. We need the small things,
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm also obsessed with Halloween. So
Okay, good. I was gonna ask you
yeah,
that. I was gonna
yeah,
ask you that. So good. We're on the same page there.
yeah. Yes, I have like sparkly purple like jack-o'-lantern
Oh,
that lights up that's on sitting on my dresser that my mom got me so I could
perfect.
have like a small like piece of Halloween
Yeah.
year
All
round.
year round, right? Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. I love that. I love that
yeah,
a lot. Good.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
Um yeah, so I am obsessed with Halloween.
the best.
It is.
I'm trying to like not bring it up as much, but I really just do. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
can't. It's just so fun.
Yeah, it is.
If only we could live in like Halloween Town all year round.
I know, I wish.
I try.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm constantly just looking for things to like online to decorate my room with
Oh
that
yeah.
can be Halloween all year in my
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, being a like a Halloween fan, especially during the season, the actual Halloween season, it's just like more decoration for the house that I'm
yeah,
buying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I don't like horror movies though.
No. Okay, so you
Yeah,
have like a good balance there then.
yeah.
You like Halloween, you don't like horror movies,
Yes,
but you're still in that world.
yes,
It's like
yeah,
the whimsical side.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love thrillers, but I can't do horror movies.
I get it. I get it. I mean, I didn't get it, but I get it.
Um, so if you had a reality TV show about your life, what would your theme song be?
Oh my God, my theme song? Ooh, wait a second. Okay. Um, First of all, what would it be called? Look, so I'm from Jersey, right? So the big reality show is Jersey Shore. Uh, Incredible show. So I feel like that song is Get Crazy, Get Wild, Get Crazy, Get Wild, which I feel like there's a little bit in there with me. So it would be something like that, but it'd be like a Halloween, like a spooky version of that, of course. Get
Yeah.
spooky, get wild, like that. I think it'd be
Yeah.
something like that. And then like I'd turn around and I'd say some like one liner like, yeah, what you know about Halloween, huh? Or something. I don't know. Uh uh it would just be, I think a reality show would just be me constantly scaring all the people in my life all the time. So I love, especially at work, like like a prank war situation.
Yeah.
Um, that's so good. When I used to, when I was a kid, I made YouTube videos and I did have a theme song. And this is so random, and I've never said this out loud, but Charlie Puth,
Yeah.
he made the theme song for my YouTube channel
Oh, wow.
when I was a kid, before he was like, this mega star. But I had I think he made YouTube videos too, and I think he was like making theme songs for people just like as a side hustle. And he like made one for me. I can't even remember what it was, but I just remember it was like Charlie Puth, and then he got super famous. And I was like, what? He he made a song for me.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. I gotta find that.
Yeah. That's so cool.
It is so random, right? I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, what was that? It was so random.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've had a theme song before.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I'll try to find it and I'll send it to you if I do.
Oh,
I don't know
yes,
where I would
please.
find it from. But yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to have a theme song for my show when I was doing it at Seacrest Studios.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
I'm still like I really want a theme song for like
Have your own theme song. Like you really do. I mean, of course, we're all main characters in our story, right? But like
yeah,
you really feel like this is my show, right? Like
yeah.
that is badass as hell.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, well, let's just contact Charlie Puth, get him to make you a theme song.
Yeah. Yes, I would love
That man
that.
does not know who I am, but
Yeah, you could say you made a song for my YouTube channel.
yeah, yeah. And he'll say, "What?" I'm like, "I swear you did. You did."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Um, so what is your most memorable moment from filming Reacher?
Ooh, good question. It was such a great experience, and I was on that show for over a year shooting that season, because the strike happened in the middle of it, or actually right as we started, and so the schedule got spread out over the course of a little over a year. Um, and there was so many great experiences on that set, especially because like Alan Richson, who plays Reacher, is just like the coolest dude, and the whole crew and the whole set was awesome. Um, I mean, honestly, I do. There's this moment that sticks out in my head because uh, one time, first of all, Alan Richson, he's massive, right? Like he's got to be Reacher, so he's got to maintain that size by just consuming so much, and so like, we'd be in between takes, and someone like feeds him like beef stroganoff, like in between a take, and I'm like, that is insane, and he drinks these shakes, and of course they're like packed with so much everything. There's everything in the shake. It's like sludge, and he would always like offer me, like, oh, do you want a sandwich? Because like he just got so many sandwiches all the time. And the one time um, he's like, do you want some of the shake? Do you want to try the shake? And I was like, yeah, I want to try Reacher's shake. Like I want to know what goes into becoming Reacher. And so they gave me this like little red Solo cup of like, it was like dark green sludge, and I could barely get through two sips. And I looked over, and it's like his jaw unhinged. He like in one swig dropped the entire shake into his like throat, and I was like, Jesus Christ! I barely got through one sip, and I was like, I don't think I could do this. And it was so funny just to be who I am next to this guy. And we would always have like these, in a scene I had to punch him in the chest. He's like teaching my character how to like box. And he's like, punch me in the chest. And so like as an actor, you don't really hit your co-star.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, 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 John, you can like punch me in the chest. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like I can fake it. He's like, no, no, just give me your hardest punch in my chest. And I was like, all right, if you want. And I literally did. I hit him so hard, as I could, in the chest, and that man did not move an inch. And I literally recoiled. Like he's like a statue. So that was after the shake. So I was like, okay, so if I want to be like him, I need to finish the shake. Um, but it was so fun. I mean, that whole set was great. It was just like a very well-oiled machine, and just good vibes all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. He's
Yeah.
I mean, he's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, when I started watching Reacher, it's like I recognized Alan from one of my favorite shows that he guest starred in. And
What is that? Smallville?
oh, no,
No.
it's a show on Netflix called Alexa and Katie.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and when I was telling my best friend about it, and he was like, he's like, you could name, because I know that's not what he's well known for, but I
Right. No,
was
but I
like,
feel like he would love that. If you told him that, like he'd be like, "You're a real one." Because also the other thing too is like that man has been working, and
yeah,
like he's worked so hard to get to where he is now and become this like he's always been a star, but like he's put in the years of work, and
yeah,
he's you can see him in so many things all throughout the last
yeah.
however long of his career, and so I feel like he would really really appreciate hearing that.
Yeah, my best friend was telling me, he was like, you can just like pick the most random things that you know people from.
No, yeah, no, but see, that's I think why you're really good at what you do because often like you've interviewed like really really big people, and I'm sure they're hearing the same like the heavy hitters all the time, so they must love it when you're like oh, I love you from this one episode of this one show that you did 10 years ago, and they're like, oh my god, yeah, you're right,
So I am pop culture obsessed, and I go in stages of shows that I can't stop watching.
Mhm.
Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
um let's see. Okay, yes, well, I mean, I just did the whole speed run of Severance. I really did love it. We started the first season when season two was about to come out, which I'm so happy we did because that cliffhanger of season one, crazy. I'm glad I didn't have to wait. And so then I was like real obsessed with season two. Um, let's see. I don't know. It's really hard there's so much. There's like so much out there. And I try to keep up. I'm very excited for the new season of Black Mirror. I watch it every time it comes out. Uh, and so I'm very excited to watch that. But otherwise, God, I don't know. I feel like I watch more movies than I do TV shows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also, I mean, yeah, the way that you get obsessed with pop culture is the way I get obsessed with horror movies. So
Yeah.
I will say, again, not to bring up Jersey Shore again, but it is always playing in my house. Like we do love that show. That's like, I don't know if you call it a guilty pleasure. I don't think I'm guilty of it, but it's just, it's crazy. It's a crazy show.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my best friend watches a lot of movies and not really any TV. And I watch a lot of movies, but like I watch more TV shows.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, it's just like there's so much good stuff out there that I
yeah,
mean, every person is telling you, oh, you got to watch this
yeah,
other show. Like it's never the same. And so you got to be like, okay, what am I prioritizing?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I got to get better. I gotta watch more.
Yeah. Yes, that's the lesson that you.
Yeah. You give me your list, and I will go through it.
Okay, okay, I will. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
I'll send you a list.
okay, please do, please do.
Yeah.
Just the one episode of Alexa and Katie with Alan Richardson.
Yes.
It's just that one. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Which is one of my favorite I love every episode of the show. I've seen it like I don't know, at least 100 times.
Yeah.
But
No,
that
that's
one's
that's my
one.
wife with Friends. Like she's
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that every episode like 100 times.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it's like Alexa and Katie, Friends, Will and Grace. I've seen every episode.
Yeah.
So
Comfort shows, you know?
yeah,
You can
yes,
always rely. You can always rely on. I feel like yeah, it's good to have those shows. I can
yes.
always put Family Guy. Like that's like a good one that I can just yeah, put on and I know the voices, I know the episodes. It's like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. I love that. Yeah, comfort shows are just the best.
Yeah. I'm like, those are my friends up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I always like I need one of my comfort shows on like when I'm doing work or
Oh
anything.
yeah. Okay,
Like
so you
I
work with
can,
it and it's like in the background sort of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I do that with like YouTube video essays.
Oh,
I like to have just people talking about breaking down movies or like uh the weird history of like Rainforest Cafe or so like something
yeah,
some kind of like random
yeah,
video essay in the background
yeah,
at all times.
yeah.
I'm not good with silence.
Me either.
No, I just like I need something else to listen to.
Yes, me too. My mom once, like in uh high school, once asked me. She was like, "Can't we have like just some silence for once?" And I was like, "No. If it's silent, I get in my head, and then if I
Yeah,
get in my head, like I start thinking, and then I start spiraling, and then it's never a good thing."
correct, correct. You get it. You get it.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the creative mind thing, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what movie or show do you find yourself quoting more often than you'd like?
Whoa. You know what? It's not even more often than I'd like, but there is a movie I quote all the time, and it's not a movie that people quote, but the movie Gone Girl. Yeah, I quote that movie constantly. And it's not like I just recently watched. I mean, I watch it. I do watch it all the time. I love that movie. But I quote that movie all the time, and I also quote complete opposite end of the spectrum. School of Rock.
I love that movie.
Now that's a very quotable movie. I feel
Yeah.
like three lines a banger. And I do quote that movie all the time. So it's a good mix of like I don't know, like outrageous comedy and then dark marriage thriller, like you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the two of those movies I'm quoting all the time.
Oh,
Neither
I
of those are horror movies, so what the hell is going on?
love Yeah. I
I mean,
love
I quote Scream all the time as well too, but
which movie?
Scream,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh,
some
cool.
some good one-liners in that one. Matthew Lillard.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, my
But
brain is just
what's your
yeah, my brain's just filled with show and movie quotes and
oh
references.
yeah,
And I think I have three shows that I quote all the time.
yeah.
And that's Friends, uh,
Hmm.
Will and Grace, and Psych.
Oh, and Psych. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, that I mean, Friends is very quotable.
yes.
Sure.
And-
I feel like those are good ones. Yeah,
yeah.
you only speak in TV show quotes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
sue me.
Sorry, what?
I said sue me. I speak in film quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, all those shows, like I quote, I mean, in any conversation, and like whenever I'm talking with my best friend, I quote a lot of Will and Grace, and he never gets it because he hasn't
Oh,
seen the
he has no
show.
idea.
No. So I'm like, you didn't get that reference. You have to watch the show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Will you make it? Will you force him to watch it?
He came to visit a few months ago and
Yeah.
I tried to get him to watch it, but he really didn't want to. So I was like, okay, I won't. I don't know. I want to force you, but I won't.
Yeah. One of my best friends, he is obsessed with Breaking Bad, and he quotes that constantly. And very early, like the year that we met, we got very close, and he forced me to. He set up a wooden chair in front of his TV and forced me to watch the entire show in like as many sittings as possible, and until I was caught up in on the same level. So now I'm a big Breaking Bad fan. I know the quotes now, so
Oh,
that
I
way.
love that.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm not going to be alone in this. You got to watch this too." And he literally, quite literally, forced me. If I like looked away, he'd pause it. Um, so,
Yeah.
but I have rewatched since. So,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, which he was very proud of. But
Yeah.
it's such a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my best friend's favorite show. So,
So good.
yeah. That's like the one show that he's seen start to finish. So,
Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
If there's any, I feel like that's a really good one. So,
Yeah. I shouldn't admit that I haven't seen it, but
but I mean, no, but here's the thing. It's a big commitment, um, which is why he forced me to watch it sitting in front of his TV. But it's also that's I feel like, it's not an easily ingestible show like something like Friends, where it's like
yeah.
half hour, quick comedy, um, enjoyable. Like Breaking Bad is really intense.
Yeah.
Um, so I feel like it's a big commitment, but a
Yeah.
worthy commitment. It's really, really good if you ever get a chance.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna add it to my list. So,
Good,
thank you.
good.
Yeah. Um, what three words best describe you?
Ooh, that I would describe myself, or
Yeah.
that okay. Um, passionate. I feel like is something that really drives most of my life. Um, uh, 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 excited. I feel like it's such like a whatever word, but I really do just get excited about so many things. Um, and oh my God, what did I say? Passionate, excited, and um, oh, what's the word? What's a word for like locked in? Like
Like
like determined.
yeah. I was gonna say focused, but I like determined.
Focus. Well, wait, I'm certainly not focused. Certainly not focused. I want to be focused.
Yeah.
I My body won't let me be focused. Uh,
Yeah.
my mind is all over the place all the time. Uh,
Mine
but
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like I am determined, and I feel like all three of those things can come together a lot. And I feel like those are good driving forces for me. I'm passionate about my relationships and the people in my life and the things that I love to do, the things that I love, and I'm excited about those things and determined to hone in on those things, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely. I love those.
And grateful all the time.
Yeah.
That's a fourth word.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Um, so is there someone who without fail always makes you laugh?
Oh man, my wife, Casey. She is the funniest person in my life. She is when we got married and we did our vows, we did them in front of everyone at the wedding. And people came up to me afterwards and were like, she needs to be a comedian. She had everyone laughing and crying at the same time. Um, she is just, uh, she's my best friend, but she also, like, we can just sit there and just laugh for hours over like the dumbest stuff. But she really does make me. She always points out when she knows like it's a specific laugh that I do that she knows that I really meant it, and it always comes out with her. Um, so and it's always, we just get in these like modes back and forth that like, we're
Yeah.
just making each other laugh so hard. But yeah, definitely her.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that her vows were like a stand-up set. That was like her 5 minute stand-up set. It was, and it wasn't even meant. It's God. It's just so funny. She's so funny.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
good times. Good times.
Yeah, I love that. Um, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
Ooh, I would love for it to be horror, but you know, I'm not being chased by a demon or anything as much as I would love to be. Um, I think it would be like a dramedy. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a more on the comedy side for sure, but it definitely a dramedy. There's like, you know, uh, there's that like timeless quote where it's like, "Oh, why are you so funny?" And it's like, "Oh, it's the drama," which is so like, whatever. But like, I just think those times you just have to laugh. You just have to laugh, and that's always been my thing.
yeah,
When times get tough, it's just hilarious to me
yeah,
because life is so ironic and so
yeah,
funny because it can be so dark.
yeah,
Um, and so I feel like that's the vibe.
yeah,
Not to say like my life is so dark. Like I really I'm so grateful for the life that I have, and I love every minute of it. But we become who we are because of the life experiences we go through,
yeah,
and life is like a roller coaster. It's so up and down,
yeah,
and that's why I think I do love dramedies as well. It's not always horror movies, but I do love dramedies because I feel like that's such a good um, genre to describe life.
yeah, yeah. I, yeah, I love that. Yeah. Um,
Yeah. Be like an indie dramedy. Uh, yeah, something with a good soundtrack. Maybe. I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
know what it's called though, but we'll workshop it.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Oh my God. Uh, uh, oh, oh God. It, it would say like warning, do not mention horror movies because I go on tangents all the time. And I'm like that guy at the party who like cornered you and is like, no, and so anyway, and like if you and this haunted house opened up over here, and I like know the statistics. Like I was like a couple of people were talking yesterday about how I started going on a full-blown tangent about like roller coaster statistics. Like I really can just dive into something like that. So it'd be like warning, do not bring up special interests. Uh to me. It would be something like that. Because I can get very passionate about those things.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
Open the floodgates, and then suddenly it's like you can't get a word in. I'm working on it. Yeah, yeah,
I love that. But I can totally relate to that because I can go on tangents of things that I'm like
right,
really passionate about and like
right,
interested in. And yeah,
yeah,
there's been like several times I'll be having a conversation with like my mom or my sister, and we'll talk about one thing, and then they'll move on to something else, but I'm still on the
yeah.
other
Of
thing.
course,
So I bring the conversation back to
of
that.
course, of course. Yeah.
So
Oh no. Oh, you thought we were done? Wrong.
yeah, yeah.
You get it. You get it. It's
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So I would prefer you just don't bring it up because I will talk your ear off. Is basically
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I love that. Yeah. So do you have any irrational fears?
Um. Well, look. Here's the thing. As big as a horror fan as I am, I really cannot do spiders. Hate admitting that. I love spiders in the Halloween sense, but spiders I really cannot do. We were trying to watch a movie the other day. It was a spider horror movie, and we had to watch in 2 nights. I had to turn it off. I was like, this is horrible. It was so good. It was such a good movie. But I plowed through. We got through it. Um, so spiders, and then also like I don't know. I used to be afraid of like when I was a kid, like random stuff that we've since gone through or gotten through. Um, like I don't even know. Like it would be like specific scenarios that you would never find yourself in, right? It's like when you thought that quicksand was going to be a much bigger problem because we like learned about it as kids, and I'm like I've never encountered quicksand before, and I don't think I ever will. Um, but yeah, I'll stick with spiders because no, that's not irrational. That's like real. Like I feel like I could, you know, Australia, they got some big old spiders over there. I would prefer not to encounter them.
Yeah.
Uh, I am also too when I see a spider. I remember I hit my head so hard in the shower once because there was a spider in the shower, and you're really
Oh,
vulnerable in the shower. And I
yeah.
swung my head back and I hit it so hard on the knob
Oh,
thing. Yeah, it was that spider almost killed me
oh,
because of my reaction.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh,
But otherwise, like, I love I spend a lot of time in graveyards and I go to haunted houses, I seek them out, So it's like I like all of that stuff.
yeah.
Uh, but a spider's a bit too much.
Oh, yeah. I don't like spiders either. I don't even like them in the Halloween sense. So,
I've had nightmares where like my bedroom is filling up with spiders.
yeah.
That's when it becomes like irrational fear territory, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had that. I've had yeah, nightmares with spiders too, and it's not fun.
Oh, no, because those feel real. Oh God.
Yeah,
No,
they
thank
do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the one that spoke to me is by Eleanor Brown. And it's stop thinking you're doing it all wrong. Your path doesn't look like anybody else's because it can't, it shouldn't, and it won't. Is
you.
there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Okay, well, first of all, I needed that quote, so thank you for that. That was a
Yeah.
beautiful quote. I feel like I often find myself I'm working on a job now and I'm having the best time.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you're that one side comes out where it's like starting to doubt what you're doing. And I've been really like, nope, just let it go and trust yourself and lead with confidence because you deserve to be here. You've worked hard. And so that's, I feel like, very relatable. I feel like everyone can relate to that quote. So thank you. Um, a quote that has inspired me. Um, yeah. Does it have to be a famous quote or something that someone said to me
No,
once?
it doesn't have to be a famous quote.
Okay. Someone once told me to take your criticisms like how you should take your praise, in that you should take it and move on, which was really interesting to me because uh you if someone compliments you, you're like, oh, thank you. You can get like a million compliments, and then one person's like, oh, I don't like the thing you're doing or whatever. And you're only thinking about that. Right. And so and this was said to me like years ago. And it was really interesting because it was like reminding me to not not dwell on outside opinion, good or bad, and just really try to be true to yourself. And so that's been very helpful for me. Um, and it was told to me by someone I really really look up to and respect, and who has like gone through a similar, career and lifestyle. And so I was like, okay, good. I'm going to take that with me, and I'm going to accept both things, and not dwell on them, and continue forward. Um, and just lead with gratefulness all the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like when someone says like words of wisdom to you, you take that. You
Yeah.
say, put that in my pocket.
Yeah.
That's free therapy right there.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, well, that was my final question for you. I've had the best time talking with you,
Oh
so
my
thank
God.
you so much.
Same. You ask incredible questions. Like there was such a good array too. Also, we started off real
Thank
deep.
you.
And then we were talking about, everything. I think we covered everything. That was
Yeah.
incredible. So fun. So fun.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, I had the best time talking with you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. And I'm excited to talk again in the future.
Yes,
We'll have to
I can't.
share movie and TV recommendations.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Maya. I'm really honored that you took the time to talk to me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you took the time to join me because you
Absolutely.
made my day. So thank
Oh my
you.
God, you made my day. You made my Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.